Oh, stop being grumpy. Me? Stop being grumpy. Hi guys, it's me again, and today I'm going to go through something a little bit different, something that I haven't seen here on YouTube before. But hey, we'll see how it goes really. Now many people have probably come across people in lockdown since, you know, COVID, that like when you're going out on a walk, they don't social distance, they don't really listen, and they're so oblivious to absolutely everything that it's infuriating. Now here in the UK, majority of our walks, we don't have loads and loads of space to just walk about. We have paths, we have walks, yes, but at the end of the day we don't have loads and loads of room. And being a disabled person who uses crutches, it just makes it a lot harder for me to move out the way. And yeah, I move over as far as I can, but because I've got the space of my arms, I need that little bit extra room, and people just don't give it. And I want to show I want to show how terrible people really are. Basically, yeah, I just want to highlight how bad people really are and how inconsiderate they really can be. And they just, I don't get why. I really don't. I mean, if back when I was able-bodied, I'd come across a person in a wheelchair and I'd be the one that moved, because I knew that it was difficult for them. I don't get why people see me on crutches and don't assume any differently. But anyway, we'll get into the video and I hope you enjoy it. Along the tarmac road, there's enough for 2 cars, but only just. Like, there's only just enough room for 2 cars. But on the track road, it's not big enough for 2 cars. It's only big enough for 1. So when people walk past and they walk in twos in the middle of the road, you're not 2 meters. No way you're 2 meters. You just might be just a meter at the very maximum, but you're not 2 meters. And being a disabled person, I can't move up onto the back. I just can't climb it. And if you walk in twos, which is not helpful for me, if we walk in a line, so if you're in a group, you walk in a line and then the other side walks in a line as well, you can be easily far enough away that everybody's comfortable and you're abiding by the rules. But no, if you walk in twos, you just can't. And you'll see that consistently through this video. Now there's also a bit at the very bottom. So in the middle of the walk, there's a path. And that path was built ages ago. Oh, I say ages ago. It was built a few years ago now. And it's literally a meter. This path is only just a meter. It's not a wide path at all. So if people are coming towards you, you have to move. You have to move down onto the beach. And bearing in mind, the beach bit is quite muddy. So when I walk on mud, being that I'm on crutches, I just sink. And it's not an easy task for me to do. It's doable, but it's not an easy task to do. And like sometimes I'm capable of getting down the step because it's quite a steep drop either side and you can step down. It's like 2 steep steps. And I'm able to get down. I can't get back up. I can't get back up the steep bits at all. I have to find an easier bit where the grass kind of meets up or something along those lines and then step up. But I can't get back up, but I can get down, and for some circumstances I'm okay with that. Like the odd person who just doesn't want to move out the way for me, fine. I mean, I guess they're probably just as frustrated as I am at the lack of people moving, or they're just ignorant. But either way, for the occasional person I don't mind, and for people in prams and on bikes, that it's just more convenient for me to move than them, because it would just inconvenience them a lot more. Especially with the prams and the young children, it's not fair because you can't move on the mud with a pram or realistically a bike either. So at that point, I'm perfectly okay to move out the way, and I don't mind that. But it's just the consistency of able-bodied people walking their dogs with their kids, and you'll see in the video that I get really frustrated at one point, and it's just like, you know what, I'm just going to charge at these people. They are going to move, and they don't. And I don't do that again because I don't want to risk myself getting COVID because I got angry at people. I don't want to risk that, and I don't know where the fine line is that if you're angry at them and getting frustrated with them and you don't move, and they don't move either, then you risk yourself getting the virus. And I don't want to risk myself getting the virus, so I end up having to constantly move. But because I constantly move, people assume that I'm just going to. It's just a vicious circle, really. And I just want to spread awareness for disabled people that, you know, I'm competent enough. I've been on crutches for long enough now that I'm competent on them to be able to do this, to step off these steps. But not everybody is. If when I was first starting out on crutches, almost 2 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to do that. I couldn't. Because I didn't have the capability or the feel for it yet. And what do you do at that point? If you can't get down the path because people are not moving out the way and you don't want to risk yourself getting COVID, what do you do? So yeah, that's why I'm showing this video. Now with the next two walkers, you can see that they are as far over as they can be, and they do actually walk single file and move over up onto the drive as we walk past, which is really appreciated, to be honest. Now these two teenagers apparently own the road, because as you can see the path isn't even that big, but they just walk straight past us. Hi! What are you doing? These people you can see quite early on actually move over, which is again appreciated, that they walk single file, and yeah, I have no problem with these people. So these next people, they just don't move even slightly over, and realistically I should have gone across the other side of the road and stood in the grass, but I didn't actually think about that at the time, and I was over one side of the track road for enough time for them to see that I was going to be there and I wasn't going to move over. So they could have literally just walked single file and we wouldn't have had a problem, but I actually had to walk into the fence to get around these people. To not actually walk into them, let alone stay 2 meters away. Now this bit was great fun, trying to manoeuvre climbing over a tree with crutches. Now that was difficult, and it actually hurt quite a bit trying to get over those and around those hedges. Now this bit is the worst part of the walk, always, because it's always really busy, and, well, you'll see in a second. Now these people up ahead, now some of them do move, but they move over into the group in which they're opposite, which still means that I can't get round them. Like, if you're gonna stop and have a chat, don't stop in the tiny path, stop further back, literally, like, not even that far away was the massive great big open space that we were in a few minutes ago. Stop there and have a chat. Don't, take up the entirety of the path. I very quickly realised that these people weren't going to move either, and even though there was a perfectly good path down there, they decided to stay on the accessible path that would have made my life a little bit easier. And I don't even bother getting back up on the path for these people, because they weren't going to move anyway. By this point, I was rather frustrated and decided that I'm going to walk on the side in which doesn't have the path, hoping that these people will get the hint. However, I don't know whether or not this person was in that group, but the one guy that stays behind with the dog, he was great. He stopped, he waited for me. And once again, I wasn't going to risk it this time. I just jumped off the path and walked through the mud, which was always fun and easy to do with 2 metal sticks. So with this couple, like, I know the path is quite a bit bigger and I can go around them, but I think I just got frustrated with everyone beforehand, and they just didn't want to walk in single file. Like, they just didn't. They weren't going to, and that really annoyed me. So I exaggerated a little bit with the following couple because, well, I was frustrated. Come on, you can't hide. By this point I was tired and I was just fed up with people in general, and these 2 women decided, again, not to walk single file, just to continue walking, and, well, I didn't have enough mental energy to really do much about that.
Huh?
Feel my face.